Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to start the new topic. And this topic, as you can see on the screen, this is related to AWS CloudFormation service. So yes, I know this channel is more focused on the data and analytics, but the reason why I decided to uh, explore the AWS CloudFormation for you, because this is basically one of the service which you will probably use always, because whatever you do in the console, this is just for like playing with the services and so on. But in real life, when you deploy your application in any environment, starting from dev environment, and then you have to provision your application to upper environment like QA or pre-prod and prod, you have to use some automated tool to do this. So as usually people doesn't have access to even in QA environment, and they cannot do anything like go to console, click, create the S3 bucket, and so on, so on. So due to that, the CloudFormation template was created by Amazon long time ago, and actually CloudFormation allows you to model your infrastructure in a text file, and you can use JSON or YAML format file where you can describe AWS resources which you want to create and configure. So CloudFormation, as I mentioned, it automates the provision and updating your infrastructure. And there is no manual steps or controls that can lead to errors. So also one of the features, CloudFormation is available with no additional charge. You pay only for the AWS resources provided by CloudFormation. So let's jump into structure of the CloudFormation template. So you can see this is the YAML file, and we have a couple of options here, right? We have AWS template format version, we have description, metadata, parameters, a lot of things, right? But you can see all of them are optional, and only one actually requirements to have something. This is the resources. So resources, this is you must declare at least one resource to start to build your CloudFormation. So when you start to work with your CloudFormation, you basically create this stack. So if I switch back to the console, you can see that first of all, we need to create the stack in the first place. And this is the way how we can create the stack. So we can use the template ready, we can use the samples, we can create the template in designer. So but let's jump back and let's try to create our new file, and it will be our new stack. So it's very simple. We will just create the new file, and we will call this s3 bucket.yaml. So, and basically I need to type resources. I need to type resources. So I need to pass resources. Then I need to type s3 bucket, and then I need to provide the type of the resource. It will be AWS s3 bucket. Basically that's it. So let's try to deploy this. Let's save this and go to the console, click upload file, choose the file, file, tick, S3 bucket.yaml, click next. And yeah, we got the error. Hold on a sec. Yeah, basically, you see it's unrecognized resource types, and this is just because I did the typo here. So you see this, I have two dots. This is one dot. Let me fix this quickly. I will save it, upload the file, click next, and here we go. We will give the name of our stack, S3 bucket. We need to use dashes. Next, we can skip everything. Next, skip everything, and just create the stack. So as you can see, here is the process how the stack is created. If we do refresh, we can see that initiated, this is resource creation, and basically, let's wait a little bit. So as you can see, it's completed already. And basically, if we go to S3 now, we can see that this bucket was created. And basically, as you can see, it was created like two buckets, one for CloudFormation template and some random name, and then another name of the bucket with also random. So if we go on S3 in this CloudFormation template bucket, we can see we have two YAML files. So as you can see, they were created after, so first file was created when we initially did mistake in typo. And if we go to that file and go to object action query with S3, we can just run the query and see that inside of the file we have this text, and this is the file way which we got the error, right? Here we have only one, but we need two. Okay, if we go back and open the last file which was created, the same exercise, query with S3 select, run the query. Now we see that we have correct file. Okay, so basically that's mean our YAML file and our template file is working perfectly fine. So let's maybe go a little bit deeper in that one, because first of all, you cannot provide, I mean, you probably don't want to have these names and so on, but let me just switch to console and work with update of this one. So basically what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to show you how to avoid these errors when you're typing by yourself. And this actually very easy, because as you can see, I'm using VS Code, and VS Code has a lot of additional these extensions which you can install. I actually use a couple of extensions. I use CloudFormation and I use CloudFormation linter to capture the errors of my template. So basically we can just remove this one, and because I'm using the CloudFormation template extension, I can just type start. And you can see this is exactly what was like the structure created with version, description, metadata, parameters, and mapping. So we can leave it, everything is blank, because as I mentioned before, it's not mandatory fields, but resources we can do. And we can type just, for example, S3 bucket, right? And as you can see, S3 bucket come up, this snippet come up with a lot of additional settings which we need, but let me remove all unnecessary settings which I don't want to use. I will leave just a couple of them. So bucket name, that's obvious, will be our name, so we can probably type something cloud in action test bucket 25, 29, whatever. But for example, I want to enable version, right? Basically, I don't know. I don't have any suggestion how to enable the version. So I understand there's extensions. That's very good idea, and people thank you so much. But it still require reading the documentation. So, for example, I will just quickly show you how you have to read the documentation of CloudFormation template. So, for example, if we want to have enabled the version control on our S3 bucket, so we can go here and basically, as you can, let me show you our bucket which we created. If we go to properties, we can see that previous created bucket didn't have version enabled, so it's disabled. Okay, so basically it's simple search. You have to go like AWS CloudFormation S3 bucket. So, and it's pretty much simple. You can see a lot of properties which belongs to this type of resource, and we using YAML, not JSON. So, and go through and see, okay, version configuration. Okay, click here. We can see that version configuration enable, it's not required, but we want to do this. So, okay, it's status and two values, enable or suspended. So basically it calls status, and instead of string we'll put enable. So let's go back to the code and let's just put status and enable. Okay, so let's save this and let's try to deploy, and you see there is some error from metadata, but yeah. It shows like, okay, it's null value, but we can actually remove everything and leave only resource. Now, I think we will not have. So you see it's under resources, so this indentation is required, right? So, okay, let's save this. Let's go to the console. Let's go to our stack. And let's create a new stack. Load the file. Back YAML S3 bucket version. Next, and create the stack. And as you can see, stack was created. Let's go to S3 console. Let's go and see. Refresh it. And here we go. We have CloudFormation test bucket 29, right? Exactly the same as Cloud in Action test bucket 29, exactly the same name which we put in our YAML file. And if we go inside of this one and go to the property, we see that bucketing version enabled. So basically, yes, reading the documentation, it's kind of important part, because not all like snippers allow you to set up all properties. So if you want to set up some specific property and you stuck there, because for example, as you can see, if I run the S3 bucket again, right, there is kind of like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 properties, but actually we saw that S3 resource has much more. So but at least it help you to set up quickly your resource. Okay, so that's it for today. We will continue to deep dive into CloudFormation concept. So we will talk about some additional features like functions, mapping, outputs. Then we will talk about nested stack, packages, and so on. So stay tuned and please subscribe. And actually, this channel has the Patreon URL. So if you want me to support and help me to provide the high quality and advanced content for you, so you can subscribe and Patreon. You will find the link below. Okay, thank you very much, guys. See you soon. Bye.